Alright, settle in, because tonight we're diving into a scenario. Imagine waking up one morning, no more 2-day Prime deliveries, no more ice-cold Coca-Cola at the ballpark. Why? Because Amazon and Coke? They've just said, sayonara, America! What if a government decided to slap massive, crushing tariffs on everything? Suddenly those global supply chains, they're rusty, broken links. This isn't just a bad dream, it's a terrifying what-if scenario. One with consequences that would ripple through every American life. Amazon and Coca-Cola aren't just companies. They are institutions, deeply woven into the fabric of American life. Their departure wouldn't just be a news headline, it would be a seismic shock, a gut punch to the economy. Welcome to the new, not-so-improved normal. So let's talk Amazon, Jeff Bezos' baby, the everything store, click, boom, delivered. Their entire model relies on a dizzying, complex dance. Goods from China, Vietnam, Germany, everywhere, flowing into massive fulfillment centers, then zipping out to your porch. Now imagine every single item crossing a border gets hit with a 50% tariff. Suddenly that cheap gadget, not so cheap, that bulk pack of toilet paper, now a luxury. Amazon's operational genius is built on efficiency and razor-thin margins on many products. High tariffs would be like throwing sand into their finely tuned gears. The cost of goods sold would skyrocket. They could absorb some, sure, but eventually those costs get passed on to you, the consumer, and if prices go too high, people stop buying, or they buy a lot less. It's a vicious downward spiral. Their sophisticated logistics network, crippled. The promise of Prime delivery, a distant memory. Amazon might try to source more domestically, but for many products, that's just not feasible overnight. The infrastructure simply isn't there. So what does Amazon do? Do they become a shadow of their former self? Or do they make the unthinkable choice to pull out of the US market altogether? Now let's switch gears to something sweet, or in this scenario, something that's become bitterly expensive. Coca-Cola. The real thing, an American icon, born in Atlanta, conquered the world. But its global empire relies on global ingredients: sugar, caffeine, flavorings, aluminum for cans. What happens when tariffs make those key components prohibitively costly? Imagine the price of a can of Coke doubling, tripling. Suddenly, it's not an everyday refreshment, it's a special occasion treat. Coca-Cola's entire business model is built on volume, affordable, accessible everywhere. Massive tariffs would shatter that model, production costs would soar, sales would plummet as consumers balk at the new prices. The red and white wave of happiness? More like a red flag of economic distress. And it's not just ingredients. Think about machinery for bottling plants. Specialized equipment often sourced globally. Tariffs hit those too, making existing plants harder to maintain, making new investment in the US a terrible idea. Coca-Cola, a company that prides itself on its American heritage, would face an impossible choice. Bleed money trying to operate in a hostile tariff environment, or make the heartbreaking decision to cease US operations? Section 4 Main Street Ghost Town, the devastating domino effect. So, Amazon and Coke have flown the coop. What happens next? Well, it's not pretty. Let's talk jobs. Millions of them. Directly, Amazon employs a colossal workforce. Warehouse workers, delivery drivers, corporate staff. Coca-Cola too, bottling plants, distribution networks, marketing teams. These aren't just numbers on a spreadsheet. These are people, with families, mortgages, dreams. Suddenly they're facing unemployment, in a market already reeling from these insane policies. And that's just the direct job losses. Think about the ripple effect, the dominoes falling, the thousands of small businesses that supply Amazon sellers, or provide services to Coca-Cola's operations. Local trucking companies, packaging suppliers, marketing agencies, restaurants and shops near those now shuttered facilities. They all take a massive hit. Their revenue dries up. They lay off their own staff. It's an economic contagion, spreading from the giants to the little guys. The broader economy, it shudders. Consumer spending tanks because people are scared. Section 5. The price of protectionism. Empty shelves, emptier wallets, and a world in disarray. Let's bring this home, to your shopping cart. Or more accurately, what's in it? With Amazon gone, where do you buy that obscure battery? Or that specific brand of cat food your fussy feline demands? Local stores? Maybe, if they can get it. And if they can afford to stock it, after their own import costs rise. Choice plummets. Availability becomes a luxury. You thought finding toilet paper in 2020 was bad? Imagine that, but for thousands of everyday items. It's a bleak picture, isn't it? And the prices? Oh, the prices. Even for goods still available, produced domestically or from tariff-friendly nations, less competition means sellers can charge more, and they will, because they can. Your wallet, already feeling the pinch from job losses, gets squeezed even tighter at the checkout. Inflation, not the gentle kind, but the raging, fire-breathing dragon kind, becomes a daily reality for every American. The American dream starts to look a lot like a financial nightmare, a nightmare you can't wake up from. The global fallout? Immense. If America, the supposed champion of free markets, engages in such extreme protectionism, what message does that send? Retaliatory tariffs from other countries would be almost certain.